Hello and welcome everybody to the Immaterial Gamers podcast, episode 179. We're almost the big 180, almost the big 200.
Forgot to mute the podcast. I was hearing Terry twice. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I was hearing the intro and I'm like, I never get to hear the intro music. Oh wait, it's because I have the stream open on one of my other tabs. I'm like, where is it coming from? It was kind of a I screwed up everybody's names. All right, Duncan, you're gonna start with
Yeah.
what's
Well,
been
you got
played
two
while
of
I
them,
fix
right?
that. I didn't change them from the last podcast, so
Yeah.
you
You
just
might
happen to
want
be in the right spot.
Well, good thing I'm here. What have I played? Well, I mean, I played more Super Auto Pets. I don't know if anyone else has been getting into that.
I have no
Um,
idea.
that's like the fourth time in a row you said that. Um, uh, Aside from that, what have I played? I thought I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. I recently got into playing a Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke run that I'm currently trying to get stremmed out.
We played Minerals.
Minerals, we played Minerals. That was
That was
Uh,
the thing.
I have
that
to
existed.
say, the new Minerals is at least a little bit easier than the old ones. It looks like it's gonna take a very long time to unlock anything in it, though.
It's one of the it's just one of those things where it's like every iteration changes it in a significant way. Like the fundamentals are always there, but all the details change with every iteration. You
Yeah,
know?
like the other ones, after a couple games, you would unlock the ability to get more stuff, or it would help benefit you to get further into the game. Whereas now they're pushing you to actually get through all the difficulties more than anything. So you
Hmm.
start on like the easier difficulties and work your way up. And maybe once we actually get a little bit better and we can get into the harder difficulties better, um, we'll start to get a decent amount of experience where we can actually get some of those other newer classes, which might make the game interesting.
I will say that like the ability to change the speed of the game is a total game changer.
Yes.
The idea, it's like the fact that you can play more than one full length game of Minerals in an evening is a huge boon.
Yeah, instead of spending like 2.5 hours to play one game, it's just
And
like,
then die on like level 49 or something. Like,
yeah,
ah,
the one round or on the last boss you die, it's just like, oh.
yeah. So that does make a big difference. 45 minutes in and out. Boom. Whether you win or lose.
Yeah, and if we just wanted to do experience grinds, I'm sure we could just like spam it on a high speed
Yeah, on a
and
relatively
just
low difficulty that we know we can beat
get quite a few
easily.
rounds
Just
through.
yeah.
Even if we don't beat it, just get quite a few rounds through and just get a whole bunch of experience.
Yep. Yep. No, it's a big deal.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
played some auto pets with you. Not much, but I
Yeah,
played a little bit.
we played a little bit. It was fun. I'm at this point. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I'm not really. I can't really stay into it unless there's more stuff released. And then I know that they are updating it, but I don't think anything new has come out. It's just like they've just improved like competitiveness and leaderboards and stuff. That's pretty much all they've done.
Fair enough.
Some new pets would be cool. What else? I
Well,
also recently. Oh,
I've
sorry.
I found with auto pets that like you seem to get pets that I don't get. It's like, what the hell?
Well, you get there's two different sets. There's the free one that you start with, and you can buy a $5 expansion. You can't mix them at all. You either pick one or the other.
Yeah, but we and you were both on the same set. Like either of us didn't buy any, and we were always seeming
Well, I
like,
bought the expansion.
oh, so you did have the expansion.
I did have the expansion, yes.
Okay, because I thought you said you didn't buy it, and you were like, I don't recognize any of those pets.
Yeah, no, I don't even remember how long ago it was that we played. It's possible that I didn't have the expansion at the time, but
It was last week.
I think I had it by that point. Um,
I thought you told me that you didn't, but maybe I was mistaken. I don't know.
but yeah, I find that the expansion in Auto Pets is not as good. Like you can get some pretty busted builds in it, uh, but I find it's less consistent than the base set, which is disappointing because it's the part that you actually have to pay for. Um, So I don't know. I wish you could mix and match a little bit more.
Mix and match.
But I've also played. I also played.
Well, your first Nuzlocke didn't go very well.
Yeah, well, the first two didn't go well.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, I remember.
in a 3.5 hour stream, I managed to tank two Nuzlocks. One was just an idle mistake. I just wasn't paying attention at all. I got wiped to a freaking level 6 C dot and it's bide. And I almost salvaged the run, but unfortunately rocks are very good against birds, so
So
that
Terry
didn't
couldn't.
go well.
Terry couldn't solo.
Terry the epic Talo could not save the run. You know,
I tried. I gave it my best.
it sucks when everything is going against you. It's like I had a chance at Shroomish, which would have wiped the gym handily. I could have gotten a Beautiful Eye, which would have had Absorb, which would have wiped the gym. But I didn't get either of those things.
What would you do if you got a shiny Pokemon on one of yours?
I would be really disappointed. I have never received a shiny Pokemon in my life. If my first shiny was on a wiped Nuzlocke, I would.
I've had a
cry.
Gyarados before. What?
Everyone's had a. Have you had like a legitimate shiny Gyarados or just the free one that you get?
I don't know. Back in like Silver.
You get a free one in that game. That's why I'm asking.
Uh,
It introduced the very concept of shiny Pokemon. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go out on a limb and say you probably got the free one. I'm gonna write that story for you.
Yeah, the only shiny Pokemon I've ever gotten was in Let's Go Eevee.
no, I'm talking like the original Silver.
Yeah, and like they had the the one thing I don't like so much is like the later games they introduced mechanics to like improve your shiny chances. And I'm just like I don't really think that's
Well,
it's like
That's how I got
shiny
the.
to shiny, you know.
That's how I got the shiny Bellsprout in Let's Go Eevee. Because basically, if you just farm Bellsprout, your chances go up and up and up and up and up and up and up until you basically are guaranteed one. So after an hour, you're gonna get one. And then I went and destroyed the Eevee by not evolving him because I forgot that he needed a Leaf Gem to evolve.
It's not a very good Pokemon unless you evolve it, unfortunately.
Yeah, and if you don't evolve him at the right time, then he loses most of his abilities, and it was very depressing.
Having such a good time. But yeah, that's yeah. So I have a third run going that I started it the other day. I got past the second gym. Spoilers. I'm
Didn't
still
lose
alive. Still alive so far.
so far.
See how that goes.
You can do it!
I'll
Use
follow
Terry
that
to
up
kick their
some-
fucking asses!
Probably follow that up sometime later in the week. We'll see when I don't have a fixed schedule for it. It's literally just when I have time and when no one else is streaming.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hate top.
As for me, what have I played this week? Well, we already talked about Minerals, which is just like a tower defense base builder sort of survival game on StarCraft 2, where there's 4 different colored minerals, each of them sort of tying to different things. Like white has replaced blue, which is more defensive. So white would be like for building a wall, and auras I believe are also white. So white is sort of like almost like a general all-purpose kind of thing,
Well,
because it does walls and miners and
siphon
auras.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, siphon.
Which siphons have definitely made that game a lot better, because you can't get enough resources just from mining.
As long as you have replenishers.
Yeah, if you don't have replenishers, you're gonna be moving those things around a lot.
And if you're on higher difficulty, that's extremely impractical.
Yeah.
You are gonna lose resources if you move
Yeah.
siphons around on insane difficulty.
Well, I think that's part of the challenge. Is they want you to have multiple people. I think if we play again the next time, hopefully we have at least 3 people. One person to literally just focus on replenishers. Because I think that's kind of a needed. But I need them to figure out what's going on with the trading of resources. Because there needs to be a way to trade resources.
Yeah, it would be helpful.
Because
Like it's just like because you got those gift minerals that you get every once in a while. And it's
I
just
think
like,
that's only during the Christmas event or something. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing or not.
okay. I was
Um,
gonna say it's just like he's like, I got 300,000 whatever purple minerals while I'm building siphons. That's helpful.
yeah, well, the other problem is the guy that's doing replenishers has no way of mining any resources. So eventually the guy who's massively mining resources starts to overpower the replenisher person, and the replenisher person just can't get enough minerals to do anything. So
Yeah, because a lot of times when you get the replenishers, like
you
because
have
a lot of them, a lot of builds have a lot of like roles have some way to increase their income, whether it's the siphons or the factories or whatever. But
yeah.
usually the plenisher guys don't.
Yeah, whoever has the replenishers, basically the only way they have of increasing their mining is um they have an ability on their miner to either gather a shitload out of a resource at one hit or to summon those extra miners and basically rely on their mining. But relying on your mining can only do so much, especially once the guy with siphons is getting like thousands per second and tens of thousands per second.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if we have 3 people, at least one person can focus only on siphons, and that person will probably get really far ahead early on in siphons and then struggle to keep up later on.
Mhm.
Um, I definitely want to try the economist one again at some point.
You need more Vespian guys.
Yeah, not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. But what else? What else did I play?
We tried Space Engineers on an actual normal planet. Well, moon.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on Space Engineers. I was in the cryo chamber, and then next thing I know, I looked back at the computer and I was dead. And I couldn't respawn at the base, so I had to respawn on a moon rover, and I never managed to make it back to base. So I don't even know if the base blew up or something, or ran out of power, or something happened, because I can't respawn at it, so I have to go find out. So maybe you're still there, maybe you're not. Maybe
No.
maybe pirates invaded us. I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm there and not at the same time. I'm
Oh.
Schrodinger.
Well,
Well,
anyways.
until we find out it is Schrodinger,
Yeah,
because I
it's
may or
Schrodinger's
may
cat.
not be in a cryo.
Yeah.
I may or may not be in a cryopod.
Yeah. So what have you played, Dan?
Not a lot. Played a bit more Warframe. Played a little bit more. We've been playing at all the mod 7.
Yeah, we've been playing all the mod 7, which is a 1.18 Minecraft version of basically it's a Feed the Beast or I guess Curse Forge mod pack. I can't remember if I think it's Curse Forge.
This one we launched through CurseForge.
I think it used to be Feed the Beast, but I think now it's only
It's
Curse
changed hands so
Forge.
many times.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up. But basically what this mod pack does is it just tries to put as many of the mods that are compatible with each other on the latest version of Minecraft, which is hard to do
You're right.
because there's not that many mods up to date. But as more come out, they add more. Sometimes it corrupts the world, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, we've been playing that, and I just started getting a quarry going because there's not many mining things for quarries. But that was a 2-day task trying to get that set up because every time I set it up, it kept fucking up because some of the new mechanics or glitches or bugs and stuff that are just getting in the way. But other than that, what have you played?
I'm finding a bit. Well, Warframe have just been trying to get things sorted out because they're doing the Frame Resurgence still.
Okay.
What is the event where you get relics? You can get items per week that were in the void. Like special traders popped up.
Special trade? What does that mean though?
She's from like our past, and she's decided for the next 8 weeks, I'm going to spend each week. I will sell you these things, and after the 8 weeks, goes away and won't probably appear for another few years. So it's basically like a special event to get prime parts.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm having the RNG gods hate me on that one.
Not getting anything good.
I've spent 10 of my eye trying to get one vector gauntlet. Not happened yet.
No bueno.
Yep. And the only way to guarantee getting it is to pay like 20 quid to get the coins.
That's a lot. It's a lot of.
You get 3
dollars.
coins for like 20 quid. And it takes 2 of them to buy 1 weapon. So it's like 20 quid a weapon.
Wow, see, that's how they get you with the uneven numbers. You know, it's just like, to get 3 coins, to get 2. It's like, well, you may as well buy 3 more, to even out your numbers and buy more stuff.
But yeah, you can only use the coins as well through the event. After that, if you don't use them, they're basically null and void. And I've just on Minecraft, I've just found another meteorite, but it's not the one I'm looking for. There's now 2 types of meteorite.
That is not the droid you were looking for.
No, there's 2 different types of meteorite now, Terry.
Oh, interesting.
There's the AE2 ones, what is the ones you want for the presses.
Yeah.
And then there's these ones that are with obsidian and crying obsidian that have beyond Earth stuff in them. So they have like space stuff and crap.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we have to get into space too.
Yeah. I don't know. I've not been doing all that much with Christmas and everything. By Christmas and New Year. Oh, Happy New Year stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
our first stream in 2022.
Yeah, I feel it's weird that we didn't mention that until we got 23 minutes into the thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's here.
I almost forgot. Our last podcast / pre-recorded stream was or pre-recorded podcast was the Christmas one.
But yeah, not much else I've been playing to be fair. LOL, have just been playing a little bit of TFT and then trying to get through the Debonair's expansion pass.
I'm gonna do something a little different with the news this time. I'm gonna post all of the sources at the same time, just because I have too many windows open. I don't want to have to tab through 17 different windows to try to get the sources in there.
And I'm currently doing a treasure map while we've been doing this podcast, and I'm finally getting towards the end.
Is this one actually a treasure map, not a dungeon map?
No, it is a proper treasure map.
Last one, he was looking for treasure and he went to a dungeon. He was like, wait a minute, there's a blue dot, not an X. We're like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's a dungeon that's 3,000 blocks away.
Yeah. Alright, so let's move on to the news. So here's the sources, and it looks like a mess. I thought it was going to look a little cleaner than that, but you can find the...
X marks the spot. It's on a beach.
Did they... No, they're good. Alright. I feel like I'm missing one or two of them. 1, 2... Oh! It didn't properly space them, that's
Found
why.
it.
I'm
got...
gonna have to redo that. That's not gonna work. That chat's not gonna work. Let's delete that message, can we?
I got 16 emeralds, 12 iron, 2 fish, 2 other fish,
I'll resend them.
2 diamonds, a scroll, and a heart of the sea, and a potion of water breathing. Woo!
Hooray!
Alright, well the first source is gonna be this one. Seeing as it's a chaos. And this almost goes towards like the what the fuck Blizzard thing that we had. But this one's versus Riot, We heard a while back, quite a while back, that Riot was going through some toxic environments versus their women employees and stuff like that.
Didn't they have like a payout?
Yeah, they just announced. Let me read it here. They just announced a $100 million settlement finally.
Mm.
The suit was filed back in 2018, so it took 4 years, 3 to 4 years to get to this point. But
Yeah, that's lawsuits. That's actually pretty fast for a lawsuit, honestly.
yeah, for
Yeah.
a
Class action. That's
yeah.
honestly, it's
But yeah, they
law just
settled
takes a
on
long time to move.
100 million. Uh, they tried to settle on a 10 million. But the defending wanted 400 million. So they finally settled on 100 million. And Duncan's climbing up on his bed. He ditched us. He ditched us.
Closing my window.
Why? Is it cold?
Yes.
It's only -11. But yeah, so
But yeah.
luckily they settled, and then they're saying that they're proud of where they are now compared to where they were. But more than 2,000 women joined the suit.
I didn't even know there were 2,000 women working at Riot.
Right? It's pretty big now. But it could also be ex-employees and stuff like that too. And if it's that toxic, there's probably a lot of ex-employees. But yeah, at least they're working towards a better
That's a crocodile.
what's it called? Then our next source is this one.
So we're told. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, I got killed by a crocodile and got turned into a death roll. No. And I was like a stone away from a waystone.
Okay, well this is.
And all right, so this one is weird. This one is weird. Who is Charles Martinet?
That's the voice of Mario.
Oh yeah, it actually says that right.
Martinet?
I went right underneath the picture. I didn't read the very first line above the picture. Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, reveals that he often dreams as the Nintendo character and finds that some of those dreams are in 2D.
How does that even work? I assume it's like 2D, like perpendicular, not 2D like he sees just a straight line.
Yeah, I think he's seeing like what we would see on the screen, the 2D world. I've had that where I play a game so much, or I'm so focused on something that, like, I dream of playing that game. Like, I dream that I'm in it, kind of thing.
Reminds me of that Half-Life 2 NPC. The guy who's always like, sometimes I dream about cheese, but it's Mario instead.
Well, pretty much every one of anything I watch or play gets turned into a sort of dream thing. So.
But apparently he's also the voice of... No, he's not... What? Let me reread that.
He's the voice of Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. All the main male Mario characters. And maybe some others, I don't really know.
Yeah, I misread the next one. It was saying something about Legend of Zelda and Pikachu. But it was talking about Nintendo by that point. I thought it was still talking about him, and I was like, I'm pretty sure he's not Pikachu, because
it's like, yeah, that seems like a good bet.
Yeah.
If he does, that's a hell of a range.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's Detective Pikachu.
I like the story of how Charles Martinet became Mario too, because it was like I can't remember the exact scenario, but it was like basically they were just having like tryouts for like what the voice of Mario was gonna be, And the only time that Mario had a voice prior to Super Mario 64 was in like the American cartoon, and in
Yeah.
that he always had like a really strong
Italian plumber.
like a New York Italian. It was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm a Mario. What's up?" Like he had like a kind of like a dark, like a deeper
Yeah.
voice. And originally he did that, and they were like, "Ah, you're okay. It's fine." But then he just randomly decided, it's like, "Well, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do a bubbly Italian accent, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna sound like this," because he thought that would just sound more appealing to children or whatever. And they were like, "This is brilliant. This is exactly what we want." And now he's Mario.
Okay. But yeah.
Ooh. So our next one is kind of sad.
Oh, I like that we gotta we're having a weird sandwich right now.
Yeah.
$100 million sexism lawsuit. Charles Martinet dreams as Mario, and then what? Who died?
No one died. But the creator of the BioShock games, or basically the CEO of Ghost Story Games, the parent company of BioShock, um, seems to be having a whole bunch of creative blocks, which is making him lose half of its founders,
Hmm.
which means the company's losing shitloads of money.
Yep, that would definitely hurt the bottom line.
But they're still owned by Take-Two, which is good, because Take-Two has fucking, obviously we know how much money, because they own like Grand Theft Auto and huge amounts of stuff. So they're definitely still getting money, but the less money that the more founders they lose, I'm sure the more money that they're like the less money that they're being given by these larger companies. But yeah, it's apparently he's
Yeah, but yeah, I guess in 8 years he hasn't made any. His new company has not made anything, so it's like that's no
That's a
good.
sinkhole.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
just throwing money at it now. But he's losing. He has no creative, or he's struggling to make
Spit himself out.
yeah, which is kind of sad. I never played the BioShock games, actually, now that I think about it, but
I played 1 all the way through. 2, I got most of the way through it, and I got kind of bored, and I completed Infinite.
hey, look, we're going back to positive news. Well, I guess it's kind of positive.
Okay.
So, Steam, we all know what Steam is, and not the high-pressure hot water.
doesn't have to be high
Um,
pressure. You could have low
isn't
pressure
It
too.
could have low
Steam
pressure too, yeah. But
isn't Steam getting thingy from China?
well, that was last week's news, or 2 weeks ago. Sorry. Steam is totally banned in China now. But they also said that nobody in China ever used Steam without a VPN, anyways, because most of the games that were there were they have really strict laws. Like they can't even show like bones and stuff like that. So anything that I think it's China that has that. Don't hold me to
Yes.
that, but it could be. They have
Well,
The main reason is the main.
In China they're not allowed to have freedom. So
yeah,
Steam, there's a lot of freedom on Steam.
yeah.
I gotta get rid of that.
So
It's also like
basically, then they got rid of 2 weeks ago they totally banned Steam. You can still use a VPN, I'm assuming, but it's you're not allowed to get it there, and obviously you'd probably get in a lot of shit if you did do it. But this news is a much more positive thing for Steam. Steam starts 2022 with a new concurrent user record of 27.9 million users online.
That's a lot of humans. That's like the population of Australia.
Yeah, and the image that they have had almost 9 million people in game. That's like the population of Toronto.
Yeah, well,
Actually,
that's not even. That's the greater Toronto area.
yeah.
Like,
That's almost close to the total population of Ontario, which is the province that we live in. Because I think there's only like
Yeah.
12,000 people in all of Ontario.
12,000. Oh shit! We're coming to them
12
all.
million.
They're all dead. Oh no.
Yeah, they all died. No, they all have COVID
Good-
right now.
Good news is parking will be much easier.
Yes, much easier. So the top games that were of the top list, the top games of the people that were online are CS:GO, which was released in 2012. Man,
Yep.
that's CS:GO is 10 years old this year.
Yep.
Dota 2, which came out in 2013.
Yep.
PUBG, which came out in 2017. Apex Legends, Grand Theft Auto 5, Team Fortress 2, Rust, New World, which came out in 2021, which I kind of understand. Ark Survival Evolved.
Wow, Ark Survival Evolved taking the number 9 spot. That's a surprise.
Yeah,
Game that we've been backing since early access. Oh, yeah, that's it's
yeah.
taken off. It's doing its thing.
It's 5 years old this year.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I'm wondering if that's 5 years old from it when it considered being released, or if it counted from.
I want to say 2017. Let me think about it. 'Cause 2017 was the same year that we went to the UK. Was Ark new then, or we had been playing that for a bit?
I can't remember now.
I feel like that might have been like that. I think that might have been like official release.
Yeah, I think it's official. I think we were playing it before we went there.
I think so too.
And then the last game on the list was Football Manager 2022.
Yeah. In fact, I know that we had played it before because you were sharing the I want
Yeah.
story with your Minecraft buddies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Yeah. So it was definitely.
we were well into Ark by that point.
Yep. So. Yeah, and then just below that just shows that in 2021 the concurrent record for Steam was 25 million, and just over a month later had blown past 26.4 million. So basically at the beginning of the year it was about 25 million, so it's gone up 2 million users in the year.
Yeah.
Concurrent users, that means people logged in at the same time. So that's a lot of people to be connected to a service at once.
Yeah, I wonder how many servers they have.
They must have a lot, and I'm just thinking, if that's how many if that's how many people are on it, I wonder how much that would compare to Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, because it's like I imagine that like a lot of the load is not as intense on things like Google and Facebook, but I imagine but there's a little bit more going on with Steam.
Well,
Like I know that
the general just being connected to Steam isn't that terrible. It won't have that much of a demand on it, but there's still 8 or 9 million people playing games, which is sending a lot more information because it's sending the name, how long they've been in it, and a lot of that stuff is run just by timestamps and stuff. But most of those games, like CS:GO, is Steam servers. That's run on Steam servers. I know that for a fact. And luckily, a lot of those games are run on third-party servers. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 is got their own servers. I think I just noticed Team Fortress 2 is 2007 and it was top 5 or 6? Yeah, top 6. 2007. Some of those games are holding on, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's when I got the orange box. But it came with the orange box.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2007. I was 12.
We were in college, so 16.
Yeah.
17.
I think we were playing Conquer Online in 2007.
I guarantee I was in
Yeah,
2007.
Cause yeah,
I would have been playing that too.
that's
That was a good 15,
that's
16
roughly
years
when
old.
we met Tara. Give or
yeah,
take.
that was before we even knew about Steam, really.
Mm.
Like
Then we
back
made things
then,
better.
the only thing that Steam was used for was like Counter-Strike.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was back in the day when, you know,
You had to
it,
buy games. Like
where Steam was mainly a service for
Its
like
own games.
running Valve games.
yeah,
You
connecting
know,
to the
like
Valve servers.
yeah, and like it wasn't really until shortly after that that they started hosting other games on
Yeah,
the
because
platform.
even then, you didn't buy the games through Steam. It was just their connection, basically. It was the way they connected to the servers. You still had to go out to EB Games or your local game store, GameStop, whatever you want to call it, and buy the hard copy of the game, put it into your computer, and install it.
What was the last PC game that you went to a store to buy?
I think World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, when what World of Warcraft?
I think the Lich King.
Lich King.
Think I
Okay.
had the hard copy of the Lich King. I wonder when that came out. Actually, I'm gonna check it up.
I had a hack copy of Lich King.
That
God of
was
War.
2008.
Yeah. So
I bought okay. The last one that I actually purchased with my own money was Spore. I
I
remember that.
love that game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I wish they would make something like that, but newer. Like maybe a multiplayer kind of game like that. I think that would be so much fun.
Do you,
Um,
do you remember any buying any hard copy games, D?
well, I bought Lich King back in the day, but I also bought the Dawn of War,
God of War?
the
When
first one.
when did that one
When
come out?
when was that?
We were in college,
I don't know when you went to college.
about 2008.
Yeah, so about the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
I
2010.
yeah, I didn't yeah, so that was the last game that I bought. The last game that I received a PC game that I received a physical copy of that wasn't like a retroactive purchase. Was I got a physical copy of StarCraft 2 when it first released for
Yes, I
Christmas
remember that.
as
I
a gift.
think did I get a hard copy of StarCraft 2 actually? I think I did. I think I did get a hard copy of StarCraft 2. Um now that I think about it. And then they allowed you to just link it to your account and you could just download it directly that way. So now I just download it through battle.net.
Yep. Yeah, no, PC gaming is
It's between.
gone all digital.
This has turned into the nostalgia stream.
Yeah.
It's somewhere between Dawn of War and the battle pack, the battle chest. The WoW.
Well, yeah, didn't you, Duncan? Didn't you buy like the whole battle chest for StarCraft at some point
Well, that's
after?
what I mean by like a retroactive purchase. Like those were still somewhat current, but also still kind of retro.
Yeah, it was like a nostalgia
Like
thing. You already had
yeah,
a
like I
lot of
did
it,
that.
but you just wanted that.
I think yeah, it's like I they were selling those like pretty much right up until StarCraft 2 release, and they were like, nah, we're good. And yeah, I've bought that before. But yeah, and I've also bought like one or two games that were just like retro. Like for example, you want a real I think this might be the most obscure game that I own. This is StarCraft Insurrection. This is it's a third-party licensed expansion pack for StarCraft, not made by Blizzard, but approved by them. Made by Aztec New Media or something.
Hmm.
Hmm. I know another game that I bought way
It
back
is
then is Theme Hospital.
bit of a collector's item.
Yeah, I also bought Theme Hospital at some point on disc.
Yeah, yeah. PC gaming.
It's evolved.
All right, so I
Very
got one
deeply.
more news article, but I'm gonna ask you guys a question first.
Okay.
Okay.
What is Wordle?
What is Wordle?
Yes.
Sounds like some kind of like word search puzzle game.
Pretty close. It's a viral word game, and apparently everybody's playing it, except I've never heard of it yet.
Nope.
Maybe Ryan's heard of it, that's why he put it in the news. But basically, it gives you a word, or possibly a list of words by the looks of it. And so it has weary, so W-E-A-R-Y. The letter W is in the word in the correct spot. I'm assuming you have to rearrange the rest of the letters to make another word.
Okay.
But then the next one is pilot, and it says the letter L is in the word, but in the wrong spot. And then there's the word vague. The letter U is not in the word in any spot. I don't get it. Like, I'd have to probably play the game to figure it out. But here are the rules. Just guess a word, any word with 5 letters. Oh, so you guess the words, and it'll tell you if your letters are in that word. Okay. Hints will appear after each word guess, showing whether letters are in the right spot or in the word but in the wrong spot or not in the word at all. So it only gives you one hint each time. Using these hints, make another guess and repeat until you get the word, or don't get the word and lose.
Okay. I'd have to kind of see it to figure it out.
Yeah, basically you just guess 5-letter words, and it'll give you either a green, a yellow, or a gray letter from each of the words that you guess. Green means the letter is in the correct spot. Yellow means that the letter is in the word but not in the right spot. And then gray means that it's not in that word at all. But it only gives you one from each of the words that you guess. Okay. And you only get to guess 6 words. Okay. So you have 6 guesses to get a 5-letter word. That could be anything. That seems very hard to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we know what Wordle is.
Yes.
What's the article about? What's the...
It's just saying that it's... What is Wordle? A viral word game that everyone's playing. And this is literally just a game explainer. For the past week, my family has started trying a new text message thread. And we discovered Wordle, a simple word game that got one puzzle the same for everyone. Apparently it has like a daily word or something like that.
A link for the thing?
Yeah, oh, I didn't put it in this here. But yeah, basically I think it's like a daily word, and you can challenge your friends to see who gets the word each day or something like that. A low-stake competition that's delightful and not demoralizing. So, yeah, it's kind of... It's like a little brain puzzler kind of thing. And you just have to work on getting your 5-letter word.
Ryan says we should play it. All right, play session. Let's go.
Yeah. I didn't even notice Ryan was chatting. I gotta start paying attention over there, but I've been trying to keep up with the news. So Ryan endorses this product. All right, but I think that's all we got for the news, and very nostalgic game there, or very nostalgic podcast there. So
Indeed.
So yeah, if you like what you guys see, like, follow, subscribe, give us some suggestions, and yell at us if you hate us. but please don't. We want love, not hate. Um,
We're nice for the most part.
we're always looking for suggestions and ways to make our products better and more fun. So audio versions of this are available everywhere you get a podcast, and then this comes out on YouTube either tomorrow, probably. I'm guessing. So take care, everybody.